welcome back to our continuing coverage here at the CE Week Line Show.
Exactly. I'm Callie Lewis.
I'm John P.
This is day 2. Big gadgety goodness. I like that term.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of two terms, actually, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Gadgety and goodness.
All right. I'm being handed stuff.
Oh, we can do that later. All right.
But first, we've got second of the day.
Yeah.
We've got a Chris
and Aaron.
Right. Welcome to the show.
Guys.
From PairASight.
That's right. You got
Isn't that like PairASight?
It's
Tell me
like
what PairASight
pair
means.
of sight.
Yeah, pairing sight. So kind of the idea, you can go ahead and talk about it.
We started on about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And, I had this thought come to me about what would it be like to listen to somebody talk or do a speech or whatever if you were seeing through their eyes and watching where they're looking and seeing their hand movements and so on. And kind of that was the beginning of the process. It was back in 2010. And we collected a team of people together and started developing this device. And it was pretty ironic. It was October 3rd when the idea first came to me, and October 12th, 2010, they released information about the OMAP 4460. We were able to get involved with TI and using that chip early on, and we've been developing that for 2.5 years. And we're doing a kind of a business-to-business play with the device because established verticals could see a cost efficiency of this instantly by utilizing the device to help spread their talent base further across the group of people that work with them.
Absolutely. And what we brought here today is a breakout of the actual device. This plexiglass container here is kind of just has the guts of the glasses, if you will, broken out. Starting over here at the battery, moves over to the first 1080p 5 megapixel camera, the second one here, and as you move over to the main board and the system on module, where you see the TI 4460 chip, it's an 8-layer board. That's probably one of the most impressive things our team was able to come up with in terms of packaging size. We went out and looked at different SOMs. The closest, smallest thing we could find was about 4 times the size. So we realized in order to make it aesthetically pleasing in glass form, we needed to make it a lot smaller. And so we made our own. The idea was, and it was quite a process, but we were able to do it and get it to a point where it was something like this, which even though this is a prototype in itself, and we expect to get it even thinner and lighter, something that is acceptable on your head.
So let's just make sure that everyone's clear. This is, you guys are very early in development.
I would say, yeah.
So this is a prototype, and the future will be definitely different than what we're seeing here. But the first thing that I think people are thinking is this a Google Glass competitor?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm going to put it on, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it might be a little, it's not spring loaded, it might be a little bit tight on your head. But
let's see how it looks on Callie.
Most everything is big head.
I have a big head.
I have small, tiny little head.
Very funky.
There you go.
You look like a fashion model.
That's true.
Well, actually she is, so I mean, that makes sense, right?
So is it a Google Glass competitor?
I'm happy to say I get that question often enough that I can answer it. The first differentiator is the business-to-business approach. I mean, certainly Google's going after a consumer base. We feel as though this product is a great first step to help businesses achieve diagnostics, troubleshooting, things of that nature. To give you an example, just a quick example, there's a company that's working with us, a development partner. We actually have 36 of them. And what they are is they're companies that are working with us to flesh out these use cases, to see what works, what doesn't, understand exactly the capabilities of the product. It's really like you would use a focus group in consumer. We're using the same thing, but kind of with companies. And one of the companies we're working with, they sell medical devices, so MRIs, CTs, things like that. They sell them all over the world. They're looking at adding this to each sale as a customer service piece, right? So instead of us flying an engineer from Michigan to Israel to fix your MRI, we're going to sell these with every device. You put these on, and the person back in Michigan can see what you see, hear what you hear, and talk with you about it.
Remotely direct you to do what you need to be doing.
It's all live, right? So we have two 1080p 5 megapixel cameras.
Yeah, you can see that here.
So do they? Would they be watching like in 3D essentially, or?
Well, what they're doing is they're transmitting their perspective. So I guess a quick and dirty way to explain it, if I were wearing these glasses here and Chris was in California, he could see what I was seeing, he could hear what I was hearing, and he could talk to me about it through the glasses.
Yeah.
So we have two-way communication.
I'm just wondering why you need 2 of the 1080p cameras.
That's a good question. So on our roadmap, we've got the 3D capability on there.
Yeah.
That's a big piece of it.
That's what I was thinking.
And then some of our development partners, they want to use the other camera for more on a modular approach, where they could drop in a thermal sensor or drop in, one of our development partners wants to be able to barcode scan. So these big hefty barcode scanners you use in inventory spaces, if you could take glasses and walk up to it and say scan, and it scanned.
That would be
it's hands-free.
Like if you're handling lots and lots of packages, instead of being like scan, scan. You could just two-handed move it through your, as long as it moves through your field of vision.
Absolutely.
You're just grabbing
Scan,
those
scan,
things
scan,
and going.
Or even in case like UPS or FedEx or something.
Yeah.
If you were able to deliver a package and there's a barcode at the facility that you delivered that you look at,
Yeah.
you look at the package, you leave it, no signature necessary. There's your proof.
And you
It's
could
documented.
even snap a picture of the person who received the package
Right,
when they're doing
yeah.
it, and you don't have to sign. You know,
Absolutely.
something
Absolutely.
like that.
One of the other big differentiators, as you can see, and we expect this to be leaner and less heavy,
Sure.
but very, very robust.
Yeah.
We want this thing, and it's going to be in industrial spaces and B2B spaces. It should be able to be dropped, stomped on, thrown around, and still work every time.
Yeah.
You know, that's the goal of building a device this robust.
So it's actually gonna have like one of the chips is a Wi-Fi chip or
That's right.
something like that.
We have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth enabled.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll actually show you here my our phone app, which, you know, this phone app, I think the best way to explain it is that it's a remote control for the device. So the fact that we don't have a screen on the device, this phone app allows us to control the device. So everything that's happening here, everything we're telling the glasses to do is happening on the glasses because it's a full computer. So we can tell the glasses to record locally, to stream. When I do stream, it's going to send it a URL to whoever I want to see my stream.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, and then I can pull it down to my phone to edit and send. And then the settings allow me to change from 1080p, which is of course our best, down to 720 and to 480. The reason for that would be connectivity is both Wi-Fi and cell enabled. So when we're in this building, of course, we have great Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
We can use it. We walk outside, the device it's going to notice we don't have Wi-Fi anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to start pulling from the cell towers.
I
Okay.
could see,
So-
we're
So-
about out of time, but I could see also some really cool uses for this in like news gathering and stuff. You know, if you could put 20 pairs of these on people and just send them somewhere, you don't need all those cameras. If these things can be broadcasting back to a central location and switching and stuff, it'd be very cool. It's full
Absolutely.
1080p, so why not, right?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
even inside of a stadium during a game.
Yeah.
If you've got 50 people all over different seats wearing these, and they had open channels where you could go see what they see when they're on a 1 yard line
Yeah.
or whatever. It'd be a pretty cool look.
Yeah.
So.
I think our biggest message, if I could, and before we wrap up, is when we're looking for more development partners. We're looking for businesses that say, you know, we like to utilize this technology for free, but in return, we'll give you feedback on price points, on things that work, things that don't. You know, really work with us as a partner to develop this product. And that's really what we're
Yeah.
here for. That's what we're looking for. And
Gotcha.
we've been lucky to meet some good companies at the show here
Good.
that want to work with us.
So what kind of time frame are you looking at in terms of?
Well, we have an alpha release scheduled here in a few months, a beta at the end of the year, and we're expecting to have a first production run in Q1 2014.
Gotcha.
So we're not too far out
Yeah.
from a first production run, and we have a lot of excited people that are looking forward to this product as we
Very
are.
cool.
So-
Well, we
we're
are
looking
too.
forward to
Yeah.
seeing the
Absolutely.
next iterations and getting our hands on it
Yeah,
as well. So
absolutely.
hopefully we'll bring you guys more from PairASight.
That's right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.